We're here today because history, earthquakes, and climate change compel us to protect our city. History. Over 100 years ago, the Embarcadero seawall was built. And we are fortunate that it has lasted this long because it was built on poor soil at a time when engineers didn't know how to stabilize infrastructure against earthquake risks. Earthquakes. We know with near certainty that the big one will strike us at some point over the next 3 decades. And if it does, we'll see catastrophic flooding along our waterfront. Climate change. Despite climate deniers, we know that the estimates of sea level rise by the end of this next century are anywhere from 4 to 10 feet. We need to fix this seawall. What is it that we're trying to protect? $100 billion of economic assets and activities. Millions of San Franciscans and Californians who live, work, and play along our waterfront. We see 24 million tourists visiting our waterfront every single year. It's imperative that we protect this asset not just for San Francisco, but for the Bay and for our California economy.
Our waterfront is one of the most iconic parts of San Francisco. It always has been. It's subject of pictures. It's why tourists come here. It's one of the most beautiful parts of our city. And holding up our waterfront has been our seawall for over 100 years. It holds up over $100 billion of assets, as Assemblymember Chu mentioned. These are the buildings, the waterfront that you see behind us, the restaurants, the small businesses. But it has also been holding back the bay to make sure that our BART tunnels, our Muni tunnels are not flooded. It has been holding back the rising tides of our San Francisco Bay and our ocean to make sure that we can walk along the pedestrian waterfront right in front of us here today. It is so critically important, not only to San Francisco today, but to a future of our city. And we need to do everything that we can as a city to make sure it survives and it is strong for our next generation.
The bill that we are discussing today is to ensure that we're expanding what it is that we're protecting our shoreline, ensuring that we can rebuild our seawall. We're here for our kids and our grandkids. None of us are going to be around when the next century turns. But my hope is my son and his friends and his next generations will look to this day as a day that our city leaders came together to care for and steward the assets of our city.